It's been over 6 weeks since the recent India-Pakistan aerial conflict. But the aftershocks of that confrontation are still reverberating across South Asia. What started as a military standoff is now turning into a political firestorm. As revelations emerge from an unexpected source of senior Indian defense officials stationed abroad. In a statement that has stunned India's strategic circles, a defense admitted that India lost a number of aircraft not due to enemy fire alone, but because of political restrictions. What followed was a storm of accusations, denials, clarifications, and growing calls for accountability. During an international seminar titled Indo-Pakistan Air Conflict, May 2025, hosted at the Surya Dharma University by the Indonesia Center for Air Power Studies, Indian Defense Captain Shiv Kumar presented a 35-minute briefing. All began with a statement delivered on June 10th in Jakarta, Indonesia. And that happened only because of political leadership's restriction not to target Pakistan's military establishment or its air defense infrastructure. But after sustaining losses, we changed our strategy and targeted their military installations. His presentation, divided into 3 parts, covered India's strategic stance, its evolving aerial doctrine in a nuclear environment, and cross-border operations with lessons for ASEAN. But it was one segment that sparked international headlines. Referring to claims made by Indonesian strategist Tommy Timtamu that India had lost many aircraft, Captain Kumar responded, "I do not agree that India lost a lot of aircraft, but I do agree that we lost a few." Within hours, Indian opposition parties, especially the Congress Party, pounced on the remarks. The statement was widely shared and cited as proof that the government had misled the nation. In response, the Indian embassy in Jakarta released an official clarification via its X handle. The statement claimed that Captain Shiv Kumar's words were being taken out of context, stating that India is secular despite having an 80% Hindu population. They clarified that the real intent was to highlight a key distinction. Unlike some neighboring countries, India's military operates strictly under civilian political leadership. But that didn't stop the political heat from rising. Captain Shiv Kumar's presentation wasn't vague. He used a PowerPoint deck to walk through India's official position and its approach to aerial combat under nuclear overhang. He drew comparisons between India's one nation theory and Pakistan's two nation theory. On Kashmir, he reiterated the long-standing Indian narrative that Kashmir's Maharaja had not joined either nation post-partition and only turned to India for help after Pakistani tribal incursions. But because political leadership forbade preemptive strikes on Pakistan's air defense, he listed a timeline of previous conflicts, including the 2001 Indian Parliament attack and the more recent Pahalgam assault, and even played a video clip of Pakistani Army Chief General Asim Munir declaring Kashmir Pakistan's jugular vein. The Chief of Defense Staff made shocking revelations in Singapore. He accused the Modi government of misleading the nation since the very beginning and of failing to transparently acknowledge the damage suffered during Operation Sindoor. Now, a senior defense confirms them in Jakarta. So, why is the Prime Minister refusing to brief the opposition? First, Air Marshal Udish Bharti vaguely admitted losses were part of conflict. Then, CDS General Anil Chauhan officially acknowledged damage in Singapore. Now, Captain Shiv Kumar confirms that political interference directly caused aircraft losses. Kumar also referenced Operation Sindoor, India's most recent and controversial aerial campaign. He detailed the objectives, the targets hit, and the political environment in which it unfolded. The backlash was swift, but it was his statement about losing aircraft due to political hesitancy that lit the spark. He alleged that the Indian Air Force lost jets on the night of May 7, 2025. Not due to enemy superiority. This line was interpreted by opposition leaders and critics as an indictment of Prime Minister Modi's government and, specifically, of Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, accusing Indian media of protecting Modi and hiding the truth. Congress Party spokesperson Hiram Ramesh quickly took to social media. questioning the government's refusal to hold an all-party meeting or to call a special parliamentary session. He pointed out that this was not the first such revelation. It's just an election drama for Bihar. First, Congress's media head Pawan Khera went even further. He said, the government failed to disclose fighter jet losses. On social media, users questioned whether Operation Sindoor was a legitimate military strategy or simply political theater ahead of regional elections. And when elected governments refuse to communicate with parliament or the opposition, democracy itself is undermined. Some speculated that the entire operation was stage-managed to gain political mileage at the cost of national security. He was attacked. Now that a defense confirms the losses, no one dares question Modi. Modi and Rajnath Singh's flawed strategy directly led to aircraft losses. That's why they refused to allow a parliament session. Even Congress leader Saral Patel joined in. When Rahul Gandhi asked questions, this unfolding controversy reveals more than just military details. It exposes the tension between image building and national accountability. When armed forces suffer losses because of political restraints, the question isn't just how many aircraft were lost. The real question is, why was the truth delayed? Why was the nation kept in the dark? And if decisions meant to protect national image end up risking national security, who will be held accountable? For now, India's ruling party remains silent. But the pressure is mounting not just from political rivals, but from a public that demands transparency, answers, and truth. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more awesome videos. Your feedback is metal for us.